I just can't get over it myself. I feel so good. That's what it's all about, really.
Okay, Bobbie, it's all yours.
Well, Charlotte, we meet again. How nice to see you.
Bobbie, it's good to see you, too.
You have lost a lot of weight.
I'm very thrilled about it. A nutritionist has taken me under her wing, and she's explained to me the basic principles of proper nutrition, and it's nothing tricky, nothing faddish, and it's just making me feel marvelous, and the weight is just rolling off of me. Just
and
wonderful.
Difficult, though?
No, not at all. No, they're just a few basic principles. It's nothing revolutionary. It's just what has always been known by nutritionists, but most people just don't know about it. Doctors don't seem to know about it either, for some strange reason.
You must be down several dress sizes from...
Yes, from a 14.5 to an 8.
Fantastic.
Yes, I'm very grateful, and I walk every day. I'm going to go home and walk a half an hour. That's the only way to do it, you know. Very briskly, breathing deeply. Yeah.
Oh, we all got to get on that regimen.
Oh, yeah, I feel so good, and I sleep 2 hours less a night. I have more energy.
That's wonderful. The Facts of Life is a show where you're the house mother to all these young ladies.
I was. Things are changing.
What?
Well, what's happening is that they learned a lot from working on the show last year, and NBC has come up with some ideas to make it better this year. First of all, I'm not going to be a house mother in the dorm anymore. They have me managing the cafeteria at the school and being the nutritionist by coincidence. It's just a coincidence. And I have an apartment above the cafeteria where I live. And the first 2 shows are a 2-parter with a lot of action. And there's a new girl who has joined the cast. She's going to be a street kid who's very turned off to school and the girls and me and life and very negative. And she gets the girls involved in something, and then they get into so much trouble they end up in jail. And I come in to bail them out, and they're about ready to be expelled, and I beg them to that I'll vouch for them if they'll just let me be responsible for them. So they put them on a 1-year probation, and I get them up in my apartment. They live with me so I can keep my eye on them. And there's a chef in his 20s, very funny, who's going to be on the show, working in the cafeteria. And there's going to be a maintenance man who is going to be a little older than I am, an adult for me to share all my pressures with and stuff, you know? So there are a lot of changes going on. Oh, and there are 3 wonderful new women. 2 of them have teenage daughters who are writing the show. And that's wonderful.
Well, that should put a lot of authenticity into it.
Oh,
then.
yes.
Yes.
Yes, that's what we want. We want to make it as good as possible.
Do the girls on the program ever come to you with their personal problems?
So far, they're just little pleasant things, not with their troubles yet. But they do tell me, because I have opened the door for them to tell me when they're feeling uncomfortable about things, because I want very, very much for them to be comfortable on the show. And I know they don't want to make waves, so I tell them to come to me, and then I go and tell the people some of the lines are not right and they don't feel right saying it. They feel miserable about some of the things that they've been asked to say, so that we can reword them so that they feel that they are truthful. And I want them to feel happy, because when we're all happy and loving each other, you have the right kind of atmosphere and spirit for a good show.
How do they handle any jealousies that might arise among the girls?
They handle it pretty good, pretty well. I'm pretty proud of them, because it is a competitive situation. They're all right. They're teenagers and they kind of hang out together, like in a lump. And they're all very happy for each other. They really are.
You know, even with adults, any show or any endeavor, it's just human nature that when you're in a situation that is competitive, that little jealousies do occur.
Well, sometimes you might see it in the mothers' faces.
Aha.
But the girls enjoy each other's company a lot. As a matter of fact, some of the girls are going to be given minimal parts, not because they're not talented, but because it was just too many girls being focused on. And so Lisa Welshel, the talented girl from Texas.
From Fort Worth.
Yeah,
Yes.
oh God, she's talented and she's so beautiful. I'm sure she's going to be spun off and have her own show one of these days. I hope not too soon. I'd hate to lose her. She's a good actress, good comedian. I know she's a ventriloquist. I mean, I don't know. She's beautiful, and I love her. She's a very dear little girl. And Lisa and Mindy Cohn, who plays Natalie, and Kim Field, who is Tootie, they're going to really zero in on their parts and make them richer so you get to know more about them. And the other girls who are so talented are going to be not as prominent on the show. That's the way it's going to be.
Charlotte, I have one last question I want to ask you about, because I know Paul Lynde, but I've only known him in recent years, and I know that you all went to college together.
Yeah, we played opposite each other.
Well, now, what was he like then?
The same.
Was he really?
Yes. The funniest man in America, and the most worried. Just always fussing and worrying. But, I mean, he's the funniest man in America, let's face it.
But he was always doing that mannerism and that way of speaking.
In public speech. It all started in, we took the art of public speaking our freshman year, and instead of writing a regular speech, he came in and he said, "Forgive me for being out of breath, but I just came from high school at the other end of town," and he's giving his talk on hygiene and his little sex talk, Uncle Bob. And that's how it all started.
And then you did a play with him?
We used to do the WAMU shows together, and Claude Akins was in them too,
That's right, he did go to Northwestern.
and Cloris Leachman.
Well, now, what was she like then?
Just marvelously zany and brilliant and so talented.
Flaky even then?
Well,
I said flaky.
Just kind of free, a free soul. Yeah. She's a good girl.
Charlotte, fun to see you again. And I hope that all the changes that are coming about on Facts of Life work out real well. And terrific to see you looking so slimmed down.
Oh, thank you. America, oh, take care of yourself. I feel so good. I'll be glad to share it with you. If you want to send me something, I'll send you all the information.
Thanks, Charlotte. Oh, you do Paul so well. That's divine.
I didn't even know I was...